friends. I got family.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Stand by. All systems activated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Race.
Yo,
Hi,
what is up? What is up? This is your man, JD,
I'm Katie.
and this is Watch Stuff with Us. We are live right now, broadcasting from Illinois, and we're going to be talking about some Stranger Things tonight. Not necessarily Stranger Things in that we're going to do something strange, but we're going to talk about the show Stranger Things.
Yes. Yes.
We recently had a title teaser sort of trailer thingy drop, so we're going to be talking about that tonight. I hope you guys are going to ride with us for this next hour or so. If you're watching right now, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, please, so that you can be notified each and every time we go live. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows, period.
It is amazing.
Period. I don't think that we've had a season that has like fully let me down, which is like an accomplishment, because sometimes you get those shows that are like good and then they sort of fall off, but this is supposed to be the last season of Stranger Things, so I'm hoping that they nail the landing.
Which is super sad to think about.
Yeah, don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up.
They've had a lot of time to work on it. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Yes, we already had a comment from Joseph the Vlog Guy. What is up? Please hit that sub button. Cannot wait for season 5 of Stranger Things. Yes.
Yes.
We're right there with you. I think I'm almost at the point now where I need a bit of a refresher on the characters in Stranger Things, everything that happened last season. But it just so happens that we're gonna do that tonight.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're gonna go through all the things that went down on season 4 so that we can sort of get back up to speed. I know we have a bit of a break even from this point until we get to the next season, but
We still have time to binge it all again if you'd
yeah,
like to.
yeah. I don't know if I'll binge like the whole thing over, but I might watch a few little bits and a few episodes from the last season at least to sort of get back into the Stranger Things sort of speed and mood.
Yeah.
It was really a great show, so
It was
I'm excited to
amazing.
do that.
I've never met anybody who has watched it and said anything otherwise.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
And one of the cool things that we'll do this time, and we haven't been able to do in the past, is that we're gonna watch each of those episodes live on the show.
We will.
So yeah,
Although, as I always have to say, we are not going to be showing it on our channel. We are not going to be playing the audio of it on our channel.
Yeah.
But you're welcome to watch it along with us on your own device and comment along. Talk
Yep.
with us about it.
You can hang out with us while we watch it. So, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. I have a few different things sort of lined up. Like I said, this isn't gonna be a super in-depth breakdown of anything Stranger Things. This is more so just like a
Little
get
recap.
hyped. Yeah, get
excited
recap.
for it. Get refreshed.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. I'm excited. I hope you are too. If you're watching, please drop a comment. We love to comment and talk with the people who are watching with us. So go ahead and do that. But
We'll give a
Um,
shout out to your child, to your pet, to yourself.
of course. We'll give a shout out to almost anything, almost anybody. Almost.
Just about.
Yeah, just about. So yeah, we're gonna let this marinate real quick. I'm going to make sure I have everything sort of up and ready to go. I think the first thing we're going to do is go over a little bit of a breakdown for season 4, like a recap
Yeah, that's
that
a
was
good
done
choice.
by someone else, and going to make sure that we can sort of catch up and be ready. Can you hear?
Yes, we got some more comments on YouTube.
Yeah, we should have some comments showing up on the screen. I don't know why they're not showing up on the screen, or at least not in my notifications, but
I'm seeing them in the app itself.
yeah, that's
Joseph,
weird.
the vlog guy, is saying to smash that like button, and also let's just be nice to each other in the chat, which I love.
Yes, man, 100%. We're not doing the whole crazy chat thing where people just say whatever they want and do whatever they want. Nah, that's not gonna fly. So
Because we will
yes.
make that go away. real
yes, real fast, real fast.
Rax, RAXZ, says, when is it out?
I don't think they've given an official release date for the next season,
Let me
but I
double check.
believe it's next year. Well, yeah, I'm almost certain that it's next year. I don't know when, but usually they drop it around summertime of whatever year it comes out. So,
Yeah, they do not have a release date as of
so
this
yeah,
current minute, but they say
2025.
2025. Yeah.
Yep, and I'm gonna bet summer, or at the very latest, like Halloween/fall time for it to be released.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing because, Stranger Things is kind of like a spooky sort of show, at least a little bit. And then on top of that, there's a ton of people who like to rock different sort of Stranger Things costumes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I think it would be good for around a Halloween week sort of release. So we'll
agree.
see. We'll see. But yeah, let me set this up. And like I said, we're going to break down season 4 first and foremost.
Yes.
There's a lot of 4s there. So let me click on this. And like I said, this is a recap, and we will discuss everything that's going on. Like I said, drop your comments. I'm not sure why the comments aren't showing in my streaming app, but Katie has a stream up and she will let me know of comments and we can talk about them too. So
I got you.
yeah, if you got something, please drop it and we will discuss it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get this started.
Let's get it started.
Can you turn it up a little bit on your screen just to make sure that once I start playing this, that it's actually playing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Man of recaps. This is Stranger Things Season 4. Welcome back to Hawkins, Indiana. It's the late 80s and our adorable kids have grown up into high school freshmen. Tonight they're playing Dungeons & Dragons with their new D&D group, the Hellfire.
I don't know if anybody has watched Man of Recaps before, but he sort of goes through everything like super, super quick, super fast. Wasn't looking for something like super detailed and in depth, but he
Just
will
picks
go
up the
through the
most
season.
important
Yeah,
little
he will go
blurbs.
through the season, and he's kind of
Okay.
odd, like in the corner over there, and he has a different sort of speaking voice. But hey, we're gonna rock with it.
Club. Their dungeon master is new character Eddie Munson, a super cool heavy metal
Love Eddie.
Eddie, I should have wore my Stranger Things shirt tonight. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was wondering why you weren't wearing your Hellfire
Yeah,
shirt,
like
but it's okay.
I got a Hellfire Club shirt. I wore it
Yes.
on a random episode of this show, like
You sure did.
last 2 weeks ago, or something like that. But this week, I am walking my handmade Bayside Tigers
Nobody can
shirt.
see it, love.
That's okay. I'm not gonna stand up and like show people, but yeah, it's a Bayside Tigers shirt from Saved by the Bell fame. So yeah, if you rock that show and you're old enough like me, you'll remember it. And yeah, but yeah, we'll get back to Stranger Things. But yeah, Eddie, man, I really enjoyed his
loved
character.
Eddie.
In the beginning, I was a little bit nervous and hesitant that he was going to be like a jerk and almost like a villain in the show,
He
but
ended up being one of my very favorites.
he turned out to be super cool.
Oh my
Super
gosh,
cool.
that roof scene.
Yeah, I know.
So
But their party's down a man tonight because Lucas
His
has
little
joined the
baby
basketball
self.
team. So for his replacement, they bring in his younger sister, the adorably precocious
He was so
Erica.
cool.
Tonight is the climactic final battle with the big
Yeah,
bad
no,
of their
she was funny the
campaign,
entire time,
Archlich
too.
Vecna.
Yeah.
D&D and basketball both come down to the Sinclair siblings, and yeah, nat 20 in the hoop. Wow! But
wow.
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 I don't know if there's anything that I've ever been that excited about.
Wow.
I don't know if I've ever said wow like that. I might have said wow, but not wow.
He's excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. He's excited.
Yeah.
meanwhile, there's trouble in Hawkins. The cheerleader Chrissy is being haunted by a creepy clock. She tries to buy some pot from Eddie, hoping that might help. In fact, she goes back to his trailer to get the harder stuff.
I forgot all about her. Yeah, I forgot all about her. There's
that
so
moment.
many. I really need this recap. When did the show air this last season? So if it's 2024 now, had to be 2021 maybe. Maybe you can look that up,
Yeah.
or somebody's in the crowd.
Joseph, the vlog guy, said, "Wow, lol."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big wow. And I'm sorry, man. I don't know why the comments aren't showing up on the screen because I would be showing them right now, but I don't know why.
It was May 27th of 2022. That
2022. Okay. It seems like even longer than that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that was the first set of them, and then the
Okay.
second set, the 2 episodes, was July 1st of 2022. But yeah,
Yep.
it does seem like
And we
very
binged
long.
all of that, each like burst of episodes in
We
one
did.
day, like one sitting. Her brother and her brother's girlfriend came over and we like watched everything straight. Sent the kids to the basement, like, hey, y'all go hang out for a little bit. Threw some
Go
snacks their
play.
way
Yep.
every once in a while, and like we sat and we watched the
Still
entire
breathing. Yep,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, it was great though. It was great.
It was.
And I can't wait to do that again, but like on stream. So if you're watching this right
That'd
now,
be
we will
great.
be doing that this upcoming year.
Maybe we can get my brother and
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm
girlfriend
saying.
to
We should
join
do lots
us.
of that,
I
yeah.
hope so.
That'd be
We'll
fun.
see.
We have to add some more seats, move the camera back a
Ooh.
little bit, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's keep going.
But then she goes into some kind of trance where she's living a horror movie and being haunted by, oh, super creepy dude. As he
Super creepy dude.
Yeah, I don't know about this guy, man.
He's just
As he
hyped.
grabs her, she starts floating
Sure.
and kills her in a disturbingly brutal way. Living next door
Oh.
to Eddie is our friend Max, and that night the lights went
Max, let's
I
talk
love
about Max. Yeah, Max is
Max.
one of my favorite characters. It's going to be interesting to see how the show sort of keeps up with them aging, because like we watched just saw the thumbnail for what we're going to watch after this, which is a little behind the scenes of season 5 filming, and like they all
old.
look so old
I mean, Millie
now.
Bobby Brown just got married.
Right? And I mean, I still like look at her and think of her as like the little kid, and now she's like a
with
full
the shaved
woman.
head, like the little 11-year-old.
Yeah,
11-year-old
11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, looking at her now, and she's like a grown woman. Like it's crazy. I hope they age up the stories too. Like I don't want to see the same like sort of kid kind of stories, or like, oh, this person has a girlfriend, like, oh, we're gonna sing the never ending story. Like,
I was
no,
about to say that.
we need to go up a level and get into like some adult stuff. And honestly, a few of these characters need to die. Like the main characters need to die, because there need to be some stakes. And I'm not talking about the steaks that you eat. I'm talking about stakes in this show to show that, like, hey, Vecna or whoever is out there is serious, and they are really out here to do some damage and to make us cry. So
Pretty
I
sure
think,
I agree to disagree on that one. I don't want anybody
oh
to
no,
die.
no,
That's
no.
important.
They gotta go. Somebody or somebodies have to go. Yeah, just to make the show like really, really mean something. Because if they all stick together and they all make it through, I don't know if I'm going to feel like it's realistic, because we should have lost some
I mean,
people
it's
along
already
the way
not
so far.
realistic.
Of course not. You trying to say Vecna isn't real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Upside down shenanigans. So Max brings in Dustin, who knows Eddie's innocent, but the rest of the town, like Christy's basketball boyfriend, jumps to the conclusion that he
My basketball boyfriend.
Basketball
He's not even
boyfriend.
giving a name to
No, he
basketball
doesn't deserve a name. He was annoying.
He is a basketball boyfriend.
He didn't even redeem himself or anything.
There
as
were
the
quite a
season
few
went
that were
on.
annoying, though, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, wasn't feeling him one bit.
killed her in a Dungeons and Dragons satanic ritual. To help find Eddie and clear his name, they bring in their other teenage friends, Steve Harrington and Robin, now working at
Steve is my favorite character on the entire show. Like I feel like,
oh my gosh, Steve's amazing.
yeah, I feel, and I mean, I'm
He's
not
the
even gonna
best
get
parent.
I'm not even gonna get into the point where we talk about Steve in real life and like his band and the music that they put out, which I love. But on the show, yeah, he's like the super cool uncle, parent, cousin, older brother that constantly looks out for them and takes care of them. And he started out as kind of a jerk, and he really changed.
He's a
and
sweetheart.
got himself together too. So that was pretty cool.
Joseph the Vlog Guy said Eddie is my favorite character in season 4 of Stranger Things. Why I said my favorite, lol.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I feel that Steve is a little bit higher on my list though, but Eddie's cool too though, for sure.
video store. Their best lead is Eddie's dealer, Reefer Rick. So they search all the Rick's video rental
Reefer
histories and
Rick.
find the one with Eddie hiding in his boathouse. They give him the recap of seasons 1 through 3, like what was it, Demogorgon Mind Flayer? But this was something different, a dark spellcaster who attacked with a curse. And so we have our name for this season's villain. It's Vecna, and our party's strongest member.
I love the underlying sort of like nerdiness of this show too, and how it's so deeply tied into the lore of Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's a cool concept for a show, and for them to sort of embrace it the way that they have and not try to make it cool, but they made it retro, which turned it cool. And they took something that can be like super deep and cringy and made it into something that's kind of awesome.
Have you ever played D&D?
I haven't. Never played it before.
Me either.
It looks kind of complicated, to be honest. So yeah, I never got into it.
I'm pretty sure in junior high there was a D&D club. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
My
They-
school didn't have one
They
of
met
those.
just like after hours and
Did they look like these guys?
likely.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little nerdier.
I feel like anybody who
They had a
plays
chess club too. but
anybody who plays Dungeons and Dragons probably looks like our
They
crew on
play
Stranger
Dun-
Things. Yeah,
Dungeons and
they do.
Dragons.
Yep. You can tell that look. You can
see
tell
them
that
coming
look.
at like a Comic-Con stuff too, or
Yeah.
whatever those. What are all those
Yeah, Comic Cons
gaming
and
event things? And you're like, oh, you play D&D.
Yeah.
Play D&D.
And I'm a pretty big nerd, but yeah, I haven't went to like that level of nerd. That's like I have to ascend to a higher level to get to
I don't know that I
point.
have the brain cells and the imagination. I feel like it takes both. Like it's in depth and it's very
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
detailed. The games take a long time. Like
yeah.
you can start playing and then like go back. And
I get bored with
play, like, 20
Monopoly. It
minutes
takes
later.
too long.
Yeah. Okay.
Is not here to
Okay.
help because
You don't
11
play.
moved to California with the Byers family. She's having
Oh, 11. Those bangs.
Yeah, I feel like every season she struggles to get a really good haircut. They all
Yeah.
do. They all
Yeah.
struggle to have nice hair.
Yeah. Even like I know they're supposed to be doing like 80s hair, a lot of times, but like that was it's a little rough.
Looked
It's
like
a
my
little
80s
rough.
hair.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
And the blunt bangs. Yeah, that was a thing.
Having some trouble fitting in. In fact, these kids are downright cruel. And remember, Eleven lost her psychic powers last season. They still haven't come back. But now it's spring break, and her boyfriend Mike flies out to visit her, as well as his best friend Will. Will's older
Oh man, Mike and Will.
There was something at the end of the season 4.
Yeah. I'm sure they. I wonder if they're going to touch on that.
Well, Will's supposed to have a lot going on this season.
Yeah, I feel like Will should be the underlying villain of the show. Like Will he's been there, he's been possessed, he's been through so much, and I don't think that he can be a hero. Like there's all the jealousy that he shows towards Mike and Eleven. He's gone through far more than everybody else. He's been possessed. Like there's been so many things that have happened
I feel
to
like
him.
he's going to be possessed in this new season too. He's going to have something controlling him, and maybe he's going to be the one that dies at the end of season 5, like going out trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe having like a change of heart or something.
If I had to make a prediction, I don't know if he's going to die, but if I had to pick one character that was going to die, it would be 11. And then I'd also pick Mike to die as well. Oh no, Will to die as well. And I think they're sort of going to have like a final battle. So it'll be cool. Like, what do you guys think is going to go down at the end of season 5?
Please say nobody
which
dies.
is the end of the series. I think somebody's going to die. Like somebody has to go. They got to raise the stakes. Like I said, got to raise the stakes. So yeah, we're going to keep going with this season 4 recap.
Will's older brother Jonathan has become a California stoner with his new best friend Argyle, a hilarious caricature of a human being. Jonathan was supposed to go to
Yeah,
Hawkins
pizza
to
guy.
visit his girlfriend, Mike's sister Nancy Wheeler, but they've been
Nancy's hair too.
Nancy.
Just rough.
I'm not feeling Nancy. I don't think I've ever liked Nancy as a character. Just not. Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her. I feel like I feel
don't
like
like
she's
Nancy.
she's not genuine. I feel as though she led to other characters dying or getting, hurt or taken into the upside down. Yeah, just not feeling her as a character at all. If she's your favorite character, I don't really
Please explain why.
There you go. That's a very nice way of saying that.
Just
I don't
please
rock with
explain
you.
your thoughts on it.
I don't rock with you, but yeah, explain why if Nancy is your favorite
I
character.
feel like she's just one of the weaker characters. She jumps in sometimes to help with things, but
She's
I don't
weak
know.
and she also is the cause of conflict and problems.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, if it'd be one thing if she was, in these things, but also is there to be a strong character and part of the resolution, but nah, she's not.
having some long distance issues. The main thing is they're supposed to go to college together, but Jonathan doesn't think he's going to go. He's got to stay with his family and hasn't told.
Really don't like Jonathan either. Yep, and they're perfect together.
Yeah, on the show and in real life.
Yeah. They both are kind of dirty.
Speaking of his family, his mom Joyce Byers gets a mysterious package.
Joyce. Now Joyce is a character I do like.
Joyce is alright.
She's a mess too, like a total mess. But I don't know if it was this season or I'm confusing all the seasons, but she did end up turning into more of a badass and carried her weight and was very helpful. So that raises Joyce on my tier list of characters. At the very bottom is Nancy.
From Russia, a ransom note for Hopper. Yes, she thought he died last.
Hopper.
Good old Hop. Yeah. Great character.
We love Hopper.
Yes, is definitely someone who I wouldn't necessarily call him he would be a hero. Like he's a hero of the show.
I mean, look at him with that background right now. Like,
yeah, and I thought that he 100% was going to sacrifice himself and not
we also
come
thought
back.
he was
but
dead at one point
Yep,
too.
yeah.
And thank goodness he was not.
at the end of this, I was pretty certain that he was dead. But yeah, they somehow, I think he
Hopper is alive.
crawled into some sort of grate or vent or something and was able to be alive. So he was able to be alive. I don't know why I said that.
Died last season when they blew up the machine, but oh, what's this? He ran through the portal and woke up in the other one over in Russia. So Joyce calls up Murray, their hilarious, ridiculous Russian
Murray is awesome too.
Joseph the
friend
Blog
who's
guy
good
said,
at this
"Oh,
kind- good
Hopper
at
is
this kind of thing.
also
They
my
talk to
favorite character
Enzo,
from
a guard
Stranger
at the prison
Things."
camp. Hopper
Okay,
befriended,
we
who can
will
get him
give
out
you a
for
break,
fair
and you
price.
can't
So
have
they head
two
to
favorite
Alaska to bring the
characters.
ransom to the hilariously annoying Russian smuggler Yuri. Hopper puts in a ton of work for his epic escape, but Yuri betrayed them, and now they're all back in prison. Now
Hey,
back
Yuri.
in Hawkins, the gang's trying to figure out who Vecna's next victim will be. And bad news, it's one of our own, cause Max is seeing clocks. Investigative journalist
Max is seeing clocks. You got to make sure you say that correctly
Max
because
is
it
seeing
could.
clocks.
Yes, you don't want her to see the other things on the show.
Clocks.
Nancy Wheeler finds out this
Nancy
murder
is
was just
crazy.
like the old Victor Creel murders. Yeah, he went crazy and murdered his family, but he always claimed a demon did it, so Nancy and Robin go
Dude, Nancy's hair. Just Nancy's hair. And then, yeah, Robin.
Robin get all dressed up in her girly outfit.
Yeah, that's-
she looked super uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's real tight on her neck, too.
cover and meet the man himself, Victor Creel. They get to his
Ooh,
story
that's
of how he
nice.
moved into this haunted house, and yeah, sure sounds like it was Vecna. Meanwhile, Max is reading a letter to her dead brother Billy. She feels guilty about his death because remember, he was a bad
Billy.
brother. She
Sorry, you're dead.
Billy was awesome, kind of. And then he
Only
got
when
like
only at
corrupted.
the end.
Well, yeah, he was. Well, no, yeah, he wasn't awesome. He
No,
was.
he was
he was
jerk
horrible in
until
the
the very
beginning.
end when he like saved everybody.
Yeah, he was horrible in the beginning. Got corrupted or like, not enchanted, but like Vecna took over, possessed by Vecna.
Yeah, and not enchanted. That sounds like Disney is involved in this.
Yeah, he was possessed by Vecna, and then at the very end, he was able to sort of redeem himself a little bit. But, yeah, still, I think my favorite scene of the entire show was when they had him trapped in that like steam room.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that
trying to
scene, I've watched
out.
that like 4 or 5 times, just like that scene alone. And yeah, him pounding and trying to get out, and him and 11 sort of like actually
Wow.
fighting it out. And dude, that was awesome. And like that's what I want more of. Like we need to see these guys like for real go at it this time.
Meanwhile, Max is reading a letter to her dead brother Billy. She feels guilty about his death because remember, he was a bad brother. She used to wish he would die, but now he kind of redeemed himself and she
I
feels
know, she
bad.
did.
It turns
She's
out
like,
that type
I
of guilt
wish
and
you were
trauma
dead,
is
and
exactly
then-
what Vecna feeds on. Oh no, he's got her. They check in with the girls who have something that might help. Victor Creel himself survived when his favorite song came on the radio. So they pop a tape in the Walkman just in time as Vecna's got her. Oh, she's floating. But now Kate Bush
I loved all
she's
those Halloween
floating.
displays that everybody had done
Yes,
where they had her just
yes.
levitating.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that was very cool. And I really like Max as a character too. You trying to put Banana Man up there?
I am, but I don't think he's gonna stay.
Okay.
starts singing, running up that hill, and the window to the outside world opens, and Max runs for it. It's an epic, beautiful, cinematic masterpiece scene. If I could make a deal with Gerd, and boom, yes, Max
That song
makes it
blew
out.
up
She's
after
Yeah,
that
it was
episode.
that song was
That
yeah,
was
it was
crazy.
huge.
Like that was such an old song. Not
then it,
such
like-
an old song, but it was older song, and how everybody was like, "Oh, I love this song."
Yeah, and it came all the way back and
Yep.
ended up being super popular again.
People
Joseph
push
said
swords
to smash the like button.
Yes.
Please do. Thank you.
Please,
Thank
if
you,
you're
Joseph.
watching,
Joseph
hit that
the
like
Blog
button.
Guy.
Smash that like button. We'll be sure to go to your channel
smash
after we're
it.
done and subscribe to your channel too, because we will support.
to the #1 spot on the charts.
You're a Kate Bush fan?
Yeah. Now I am.
Meanwhile, in California, Mike and 11 having a great spring break with Will as their third wheel. Later, Will and Mike have a real heart to heart.
Will is like the ultimate third wheel.
Boy.
Get it? Third wheel.
Oh.
Will.
This guy.
Yeah, but he
Just
was
keep
yeah,
going.
he was just tagging along. He was tagging along and like still being slightly obsessive
Yeah, and a
and like
little.
low key cringy and
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and his haircut doesn't help him either. Like that
No.
haircut did him no
Man,
favors.
everybody just grabbed the same bowl and passed it around, and then I'll just do my bangs on this part, and then.
grab a bowl and pass it around. This is how we cut our hair today.
Sorry, I've been ignoring you, man. It's just, I got a girlfriend now. Will has a secret that's making him sad.
Look at that face and look at that hair.
He did not have a good cry face.
No, he didn't.
I mean,
And
not
he
everybody
was-
does, but oof, Will.
Yeah, he.
He looked like he just shot himself.
Yeah, he was having
Which
some.
I mean, then you'd cry for in the car. I mean,
Yeah, no,
nice.
everybody else should be crying
I
in the
stink.
car.
I stink.
Yeah, yeah.
It's heavily implied he is gay, which is a hard thing to be when the world's not accepting. But the bully
Which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But my gosh, you
Yes.
cannot just be like pining over your best friend when he has a girlfriend and
And
just
then-
be the third wheel and be kind of weird about it.
And
Like,
then too, you have to. I mean, I get it. That has to be rough because if it was me and I was in love with somebody else and I was that person's, like I was that group's third wheel, it would be awkward. And to hold those types of feelings in all that time has to be like
I think
painful.
I would
That's
choose
painful.
to not be hanging around with them though as the third wheel and seeing their just like watching their relationship.
like torturing
because,
yourself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not comfy.
Yeah. But some people do end up doing that.
Yeah.
And I would like to think that this is more so because of the show and like, yeah, it's a cool concept in the show, but I
Don't
know
be a
people
creeper,
who,
please.
yeah, who probably would do that. And yeah, don't be a creeper. And if you got like some love in your heart,
You
like
can
let
let
them
'em
know.
know. And
Let-
if it's not reciprocated,
at least you know.
and then you probably should take it down a few notches.
Yeah, yeah,
Or find new friends.
yeah. I mean, okay, I'll ask you a question. Have you ever had somebody that you liked that you couldn't tell them that you liked them, and you still had to interact with them and be cool? I can say that I had for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, like I can think of a girl that I knew, and I was around her boyfriend.
No, were
Yeah,
you
but
pulling
no,
a
I
Will?
wasn't the third. I
Were you
wasn't
just
the
like-
third wheel. I did like her, but I wasn't gonna be weird about it.
Hey.
And like I actually didn't really like him because he wasn't that cool. And yeah, they ended up breaking up. But yeah,
Was it your fault?
no, I refuse to be involved like that. And plus, I wouldn't let myself get emotionally like in there like that. Like that's creepy. That's doing too much.
But yeah, when you're young though,
Mm,
that makes sense too.
yeah, it does. It does. I get it, but I don't. But this is also 43-year-old me talking as opposed to like 17, 15-year-old me.
Back in the 80s and when
Right.
more people were closeted because they didn't feel
For
comfortable
sure,
coming out.
for sure.
So he's just like, nobody likes me and I can't even tell
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Will.
Yeah. Now I feel bad for him.
He was
I
a
still
li-
think he's gonna
he
be a bad
still
person
was
and die.
a little bit much with it though.
A little creepy though.
bullies show up and are just so mean for no reason. Why are kids so awful? Eleven's
Her
had
dress.
enough.
Why are
She
kids so
clocks this
awful?
girl in the face and was totally justified. But the cops show up and arrest her. But wait, it's not
Why do they
Why
just
you arrest a child?
right? I don't
hitting
think I've
somebody in
ever
the
seen
face
a
with a
kid
roller
right
skate.
get arrested like that.
Like, yeah,
Uh,
you did wrong. And I don't
Yeah.
know, like maybe press charges. I don't know.
I don't know
Hauling
either,
her
but
off.
yeah.
That many people having to haul her off in a squad car. that's a
Yeah, that
little-
was
that's a little
wild.
much.
That was
not the
wild.
real cops. It's the good CIA, Dr. Owens. Unfortunately,
Oh.
bad government guy thinks 11 is the killer,
forgot
so
about
Dr. Owens is here to save her, and turns out he's got a thing where he can maybe get her powers back. He takes her to the super secret off the books, Project Nina. And guess who else is working here? It is Dr. Brenner. Yeah,
Papa.
Papa,
Papa?
Papa,
Oh my god, is it Papa?
you have been haunting my
Papa?
nightmares for a long time, Papa.
Papa?
Yes, he survived the Demogorgon attack and now apologizes for being kind of a bad dude. So they put her in the psychic pool
Kinda?
where she can relive memories of her younger self back at the Hawkins lab that she
Oh,
blocked. and it
little
looks like
Ellen.
it's gonna work. She starts to get her powers back. Now they fill in her friends and put them under house arrest for their own protection, but they make a plan to escape by ordering a pizza from their new friend Argyle. But wait, what's this? That's not the pizza boy. Oh, bad government found him, and random agent guy goes into beast mode to save these kids. Luckily, pizza's here for the getaway car just in time. They got the number to the Nina project, but it's not a phone, it's a computer. So they go on a road trip to an expert computer hacker, Dustin's girlfriend, Susan.
She was cute. It was kind of far-fetched that they had to do what they had to do to like get to her
Yeah.
and all that
I
stuff.
love her and
like-
Dustin's little relationship, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's gonna continue.
And it was funny because they, in the entire time, like nobody really believed Dustin that like he actually had this girl,
Yeah.
and they would talk and stuff, and like they thought he just made it up, and she was legit. So I was afraid, like on the show, because Dustin's one of my favorites too.
You
I
thought
was
he just
afraid,
making
yeah,
up
he was
stuff?
making it up, and they were gonna like bust him out. But
I feel like
he was
she's a
truthful.
cuter version of Moaning Myrtle, like
Yes.
a more
yes.
mentally healthy version of Moaning Myrtle.
Yes, yes.
Susie. She helps him out with some 80s hacking, and now they're off to save 11. But
Sweet
back in
Susie.
Hawkins, the gang's
Mhm.
investigating the old Creel house to look for answers. Max had been distant from her friends and broke up with Lucas, but now these two get back together. And remember, Steve and Nancy used to date. He's a much better guy now, and she's feeling distant from Jonathan. Will they rekindle a little?
Please don't, Steve. Please don't,
Steve,
Steve.
you better than
like
that.
you better than that. Like,
You don't
you
want-
can do much better than
We
that.
don't all need to swap stuff.
Yeah.
We don't need to be that tight of a circle over here.
Yeah. And even like the whole swapping thing, like she's not that good of a person. And she ain't that hot.
He used to date. He's a
I got
better
nothing.
guy now, and she's feeling distant from Jonathan. Will they rekindle a little flame? But now their flashlights start going off, and they realize this is Vecna's home base in the Upside Down. And Vecna's attacking someone right now because the basketball kids finally found Eddie. They're swimming out to catch him. But one of the
Basketball
guys is Vecna's next victim, and he kills him right there. Now,
Oh, I
Dustin has a
forgot
theory that
about
at the site
him.
of each murder,
Yeah.
Vecna opens a gate to the Upside Down. So Steve Harrington dives in the lake to see what's down there, and oh yeah, it's a gate. And a vine grabs him, and Steve is in the Upside Down. Now, the Upside Down is not a happy place.
I
In
remember
fact, it's
the
filled
bats.
with killer
Yes.
bats. But the other teenagers followed him here. They do some bat smashing. Unfortunately, now their exit is
Bat
blocked.
smashing
They're
with
stuck
bats.
here. They go to Nancy's house to grab her gun, but wait, it's not here. And pretty soon they realize this bizarro version of Hawkins is stuck at the beginning of season 1. The younger kids have regrouped at the real Wheeler house, and sound travels from that one. They can kind of hear him, but can't talk
I
back.
love that
so
when
they
they were
pull the
able to
season
hear
1
each other
trick
in
that
the
Will
house.
Byers figured
Mhm.
out. They can make the lights flicker. They don't have Christmas lights on hand, but they do have a light bright, so our gangs are able to communicate. They meet up at Eddie's trailer that now has a portal on the ceiling, and so it's a true upside-down cross-dimensional traveling. But Vecna realizes
Yeah.
they're here and gets Nancy. But meanwhile, Eleven's gonna unlock her main memory, the bad one of a massacre at Hawkins' lab. Long story short, there was
I forgot that 11 did like go crazy and like kill a bunch of people, didn't she? Yeah, that was rough. Remember when we were watching it, I had predicted that guy was Vecna like the entire time.
You did.
It was like literally the first or second episode that he appeared in. Yeah, it was like the first episode that he appeared in. I was like, oh yeah, that dude is Vecna. Like 100% that's him. And he was being too nice and they kept showing him. And it's like, what sense does it make to have this guy on here? Yeah, it was because he was the main villain. I wonder if he's going to, sort of continue and carry on, even though what we saw happen at the end of the season. We'll see, I guess.
story short, there was a that worked there that was going to help Eleven escape, but first he needed her help to get the tracking chip out of his neck. But it wasn't a tracking chip, it was a power suppressor. He's psychic too. In fact, he's number 1. And he's not just trying to escape, he also
I think I saw something too that this season we're gonna see actually who's number 0. That there was somebody even before him. So that'll be interesting. I hope that they're like the key to everything and maybe like even more powerful than everybody else.
Sorry, don't mind. This is our little puppy Brody. He was
Yeah.
feeling a little sad and left out in the other room. So
Yeah, doing
He's
too
here-
much.
he's
This
here
is
to-
what he
He's
does.
just a baby. He's a happy boy.
also killed all the other kids. He's got a whole philosophy that doesn't make sense. He's just a psychopath. Meanwhile, Nancy's in a Vecna trance, and he shows her the Creel story from the point of view of the son Henry. And turns out the house wasn't haunted. He had psychic powers and killed his family. And he ended up at the Hawkins lab, became number 1. And so when 11 had to fight him without knowing how, she banished him to the Upside Down. But he didn't die there. He embraced it and became Vecna. He can't kill Nancy here. He just shows her his plan, which, as you might expect, is to open a monster portal and turn the whole world into the Upside Down. He only needs 4 kills to do it, and he's already done 3, so 1 more and the world is doomed. They gotta go back down there and kill him, but they have to
4
wait till he's
kills,
distracted,
huh?
attacking his next victim, and they know one he wants, Max will be the bait. But there's good news, because 11's powers are fully back. Oh yeah, we're in business. They fill her in about Hawkins and Vecna. She's like, I gotta go back there and help my friends. But Dr. Brenner's like, yo, you're not ready, and he stages a coup, gonna keep 11 here as a prisoner again. And 11 realizes, hey Papa, you're the real monster. But just then,
Hey, Papa.
Exactly. And it took so long to get to that point. Like I didn't believe in Papa the entire time. Like I knew that Papa was on
He
some
bad
nonsense.
guy.
He was not a good dad at all.
He not good, Papa.
No, he'd be bad Papa.
We got a
Just
couple
then, bad
comments
government
from Joseph
Okay.
Vlog Guy again. He said,
Yes.
"I'm so not ready for Stranger Things to end, and also we need the teaser trailer for season 5 of Stranger Things."
Yeah, so we would get into the teaser trailer. Well, the teaser title trailer, which is super lame. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that whenever they drop an actual trailer. We will be back to cover that along with all the other stuff that we cover. So if you're new, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, please. We are trying to get to 225 subs. We're getting closer and closer, but yeah, we want to get to 225. And if you go back and look at our channel, we have tons of different shows that we're covering.
Yes.
So there has to be something there that you would like, even besides Stranger Things.
We
So
do a lot of different genres.
yeah,
Also, Brody said, please hit the like and subscribe buttons
yes,
and leave a comment and tell your friends.
yes, right, Brody. Brody said he don't talk.
It's a big shootout. Papa's running with 11, and oh, Papa down. 11's gonna be next, but
Oh,
wait,
Papa
what's
down.
that? Did someone order a pizza? Yes, 11's friends are here to rescue her by the distraction she needed to blow up this helicopter, and 11 and Mike are reunited. They gotta go help their friends in Hawkins tonight, but it's just not physically possible to get there. So 11 has an idea. If Vecna goes in Max's mind, she can piggyback in there too. So they set up base at Surfer Boy Pizza, which has everything they need for a sensory deprivation tank. The adults, meanwhile, are on their own wild adventure, being kidnapped to Russia, but Joyce breaks
I
the peanut
forgot
butter
that they
and
were
Murray's
still in
learned
Russia
karate.
all that
They don't know
time.
how to
They
fly
were
the
in
plane,
Russia
though, so
for
it crashes.
so
Luckily,
long.
Murray and Yuri look enough alike. He's able to fool them, and they get into the prison where they find Hopper. But what's this behind that door? They're getting ready for a fight with a Demogorgon. Oh, an OG season 1 monster. This thing's a beast. Luckily, Hopper stole a lighter and is able to hold this thing off just long enough for them to open the gate, and he gets out of there. And so
That was a
Joyce
cool
and
scene.
Hopper are reunited. While they're trying to find a ride back to America, turns out Hopper's been on that Russian gulag diet. Dang Hop looking good, and he and Joyce finally get it on.
Yeah,
But
get
they're
it,
interrupted
Joyce.
by a call
Okay.
from the good CIA.
Can we talk about something real quick? Why? And I mean, I understand that it's a show and you gotta like suspend your belief, but
Don't hate on Hopper, whatever you're going to say.
I'm not hating on Hop. I'm hating on the situation in general. Like people always on shows and movies hook up at the
Worst possible time.
completely worst. There's
When
no
you don't have
way
any time
that
to
somebody
really
would,
be doing it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
come on, man. Like you got to get it together. If it's like a life or death situation and I got Demogorgons and all sorts of stuff happening, I don't think that I'm going to be thinking about trying to get it on with Joyce.
No, might be like, yeah, you're here. I love you.
Right.
Let's go get this
When
done.
we get back, unch. But
Right.
until then, no unch.
No, Anch.
No unch.
Who fills them in on the whole thing and how their kids are in danger. They can't get back to Hawkins tonight, but there's a way they can help from here. Because while they were escaping, the Russians had here a piece of the Mind Flayer. So they're gonna break back into the prison and torch that thing. Because it's all connected, maybe give their kids an edge. So our Hawkins gang is all geared up to take the fight to Vecna in the Upside Down. Max thinks bad thoughts, which gets him
It was
after
super
her, but then she
convenient
thinks
how it
good
all,
thoughts, where she's able
like
to
the
hide in
timing
those
of all of
memories.
it
The older
lined
teams
up
go to
too.
Vecna's house, but it's guarded by an army of bats. Luckily, they've got a plan for that. They need a distraction to lure them out, and they've got one in the form of Eddie Munson putting
Shreddy.
on the most metal concert of all time.
And the cool part about it was that like he was legitimately playing that. Like,
He
for real.
was.
Like
He was.
He's actually talented like that. So that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see him. He's going to be in Fantastic Four. Yeah, one of the characters in Fantastic Four.
Which
So
character?
I want to say Brody's trying to type. I want to say that he's going to be Johnny Storm.
That'd
I
be
want to
cool.
say, yeah, I want to say that, but
Mhm.
I'm not 100%. I know he's in it. Yeah, he's got to be Johnny Storm. He's not going to be Thing.
Joseph said Stranger Things season 5 will be basically 8 movies, says Maya Hawk. I can't not wait.
Yeah, I mean, if okay, I hope that for the sake of our show, they release them like weekly as opposed to releasing everything at once, which is what they've always done. So I'm guessing they're going to release all of it at once. It just sucks as a show to have to like cover all of it at once. And you can't like sort of sync up and time up with everybody because everybody is at a different place. But when you have something that airs like one day a week, everybody can sort of get together and watch that together and then talk about it. And then you have like the weekly buildup of whatever the next episode is. So
Yeah.
I really hope that they can somehow release it that way, but I doubt it. They're gonna release all of the episodes at once, and then we'll just be on here one day and binge all of it
Mhm.
at the same time. Right, Brody? Are you gonna watch, man?
He fell asleep in your armpit.
I saw him.
He was like tired.
alternate dark dimension, ripping Metallica, yeah! So the bats fly away and our gang goes in, but there's another defense system here, the vines that, oh no, I mean, they get them. And Eddie's trailer's not as bat-proof as they thought. Eddie's gotta lead them out of there, and then it's time for an epic final stand. Whoa! Things go bad
The
in the
Eddie
real world too,
sacrifice.
as basketball guy finds Max and Lucas and thinks Lucas is sacrificing her to the Dungeons and Dragons devil. So these two have a big fight, and Max can't hold Vecna off forever. Oh, he's in there. But oh, what's this? Someone's here to help. Yes, 11, coming in from the pizza shop piggyback. She and Vecna have their psychic fight, and she's real strong, but he knows his powers better. And now we learn a missing piece of his backstory, because when she banished him here, the Upside Down was a slightly happier place. Till one day he discovered the Mind Flayer just chilling in its natural habitat. Now, we had assumed the Mind Flayer was the big boss, and Vecna was possessed by it, its 5-star general. But it's not the Mind Flayer who possessed Vecna, it was Vecna who possessed the Mind Flayer, bent it to its will, and he is the true big bad of the Upside Down. So now he's got Max, and things are looking bleak. 11 can't escape, but Mike comes in with the epic pep talk, and boom, 11's out of there, trashes this guy.
I do hate stuff like that too, when it's just like the cheesy, like, our love is going to make you
You got
conquer
this. You're gonna
all.
be fine.
Like, but I get it. It's fine.
Things are looking bleak, but Murray with the flamethrower, oh,
No,
damn it, dog
Murray.
barbecue. Because Vecna's mind is in all of them, that really hurts. He starts to drop control. So our gang gets into his undefended body and lights him on fire. Boom! Also, Hop found a sword and is sword fighting a Demogorgon. So it's an epic final climax where it cuts off the head and out the window. But his body disappears, so it's not over yet. And poor Eddie Munson dies from the bat wounds. No, he was so great.
We love
But
our
wait,
Eddie.
it gets worse because they were too late to save Max. She was too wounded, and it's heartbreaking as she dies in Lucas's arms. And so, after all that, Vecna got his 4th kill. All 4 portals opening.
Somehow I forgot that Max died. I thought that she lived somehow, but yeah, I forgot.
I forgot too. Now
Yeah.
I'm sad again.
I know. Too bad, man. Too bad.
Up huge, converging right in the center of Hawkins. Nothing else happens though, no immediate apocalypse, so it's just a big earthquake, life goes on. And as our friends all return to Hawkins,
Yeah,
it's
it
happy
was
reunion.
weird with the news coverage that they had of it, and they just acted like nothing was really going on. Like, I would hate to think that if you had some kind of event like that in the current day and age, that it would just get covered up like that, and nobody would really
Right?
look deeper into what was going on. But maybe it's because of the 80s, and things just happened in the 80s, and there wasn't like
UFOs
internet
and
and
all
all that
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what's just a big earthquake, life goes on. And as our friends all return to Hawkins, it's happy reunions all around. Jonathan and Nancy reaffirm they're still dating. Sorry, Steve. Although he doesn't tell her about the college thing yet, so it's all still open. But then there's a sad reunion because Max is alive, but in a coma. 11 was there.
See, that's what I thought. Okay. No, man. I was like, I didn't think Max died. Yeah, I didn't think Max died.
When she died and was like, no, I can use my powers to save you. And it kind of worked. She is alive, but may never wake up. But then there's the happiest reunion
She'll
of
wake
them
up.
all. As Hopper comes home, 11 finds out her adopted dad's alive. But in the Upside Down, Vecna is wounded, but not defeated. It starts to rain the iconic ash of the Upside Down. And indeed, if you check out these portals, they're spewing it into the atmosphere. The Upside Down is coming. So our heroes prepare for the final showdown, and that's where Stranger Things Season 4 comes to an end.
All right. So yeah, they had the whole final showdown and all that stuff, that the Upside Down is creeping into the right side up. Yeah, interesting. I needed that recap because I forgot a lot of that stuff.
Same.
Also forgot how good the show was and how satisfied I was at the
That
end.
I did not forget.
Yeah, I forgot a little bit, but that helped. That helped. I remember how good it was. So, now that we've done that, we got about another 15 minutes or so. So we are going to look at the title teaser. I guess that's what
Joseph
it's called.
the vlog guy said also this is a great stream. I'm loving it.
Oh,
Thank you.
hey, much love. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do.
Be sure to subscribe. I think you already said you did that. So just keep coming back. Please check out our channel. Go back and like some of our old videos if there's certain things that you like. We'd love to do live streams. Like, I don't know if you watch The Penguin, but I will be on Sunday night at about 6:30 to cover the newest episode and the season finale of The Penguin, which is a good show. What else do we have? I'm trying to think. What are we
We
gonna?
have 2 more episodes, I believe, of Monsters.
Yep, and then we're gonna need
We
some
finished
new
Love
shows
is
to cover.
Blind.
Yeah, we're gonna need some new shows. The new Dune show that's gonna be on HBO in a few weeks. We will be covering that.
I'll have to find another semi-chick flick kind of show to
Yeah,
watch, or like
yeah.
some romantic comedy or something.
Yeah, it'll be something else. But yeah, I mean, even if you don't like the show, hopefully you like us and you want to hang out with us. So
Yeah, Joseph said I need to go back and rewatch all 4 seasons of Stranger Things and move on to Stranger Things season 5. Season 5, so I won't get spoiler. Sorry there.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, we're gonna look real quick. Let me switch up the scene. Are you okay?
I am. Sorry, I woke the dog.
All right, I'm gonna
to
switch, remove that, and switch to this one. And yeah, we're gonna watch the title teaser real quick. And I think I need to put it on that. Okay, so yeah, now we got both of us in the screen. We're gonna watch the title teaser real quick, and and see if you guys got comments about the titles. We're gonna just go through them real quick. We'll watch it and then we'll go through the titles. And if we got anything to say about them, we'll just share it. This is not too much to gain from them, but a few of them kind of stood out when I watched this the first time. So we'll go ahead and play it now. The Crawl. The Vanishing of, and it looks like that bottom part is like blurred out, so I'm guessing it's a spoiler. I'm trying to think who would vanish.
I am sorry.
Who would vanish and then like that would be around a whole episode? If anything, I would guess
or Will.
Yeah, my biggest pick would probably be Will. That Will somehow goes missing for the beginning of the season. And then you get sort of like a flashback episode or an episode that shows what he is doing or what happened to him. No, it's blurred out. They blurred it out. I also think maybe it could be what's her name? Max. Like, yeah, maybe Max somehow vanishes or her body vanishes even though she's supposed to be in a coma. So I think that would be interesting too. I don't know, just a theory. And the only reason that I'm stopping this and talking through it is that's the only way to avoid like YouTube strikes, because this music is copywritten. So the second I upload this or stream this, YouTube's going to be like, oh, they just let it play, so they're just playing music, up strike. So I'm just going to stop it and start it every time we have a different title.
So hang on.
The Turnbow Trap. I don't know anything about
What's
Turnbow. Yeah. I don't know if it's a town.
Type of music?
Yeah, something. I don't know. I don't know. Sounds like a city. I would think it's a city, like something they have set up in the city to trap someone. Just a guess. If you got guesses, jump in and talk about them. Sorcerer. So,
I love these titles though.
Yeah, and it just makes you think like what's it gonna be?
More D&D.
Yep, more D&D. Definitely more D&D. But who is the sorcerer? If you had to pick a character on the show that we know now that would be a sorcerer.
Duncan.
I mean Dustin.
Why did I say Duncan?
That was exactly who I was gonna say.
Coffee.
If it was gonna be a character, it would definitely be Dustin.
Yeah.
Yep. If somebody's gonna be a sorcerer or somehow have some sort of magic abilities that we haven't seen yet, it would be him.
He's always the best at the game.
Yeah. It would be him. Shock Jock, aka Howard Stern. That used to be his nickname. He was the original Shock Jock. Who I don't know who else that would be. I would think like maybe a character like Eddie, but he's dead. So I don't know.
Maybe a new character.
Shock Jock that makes me think radio though. So maybe they'll be broadcasting something over the radio or something like that. I don't know. Escape from Kamazats? No clue.
Me either. Some place that we haven't heard of yet.
Some place that we haven't heard of, and they are somehow far, far away.
The Vanishing of
guessing.
Holly Wheeler is what Joseph said.
Oh.
Let's check.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The bridge. That has to be the bridge between the upside down and the regular, like, Earth or.
Where the hole is, where they fall on the mattress.
Yep. Where they fall on the mattress, yes. So, yeah, maybe they have to somehow destroy the bridge between the two. I would think that's what you would have to do if there's a bridge and you got all these bad things coming right from one side to the other side that you need to take out the bridge. So I'm guessing this episode will be about how they destroy that bridge, or try to at least.
And right side up.
The right side up. So I would take that two different ways.
You burn the bridge and then you're back to just
everything being normal and everything okay, or does that mean that the only way that I would take that is that, like, that's a happy ending, or everything is where it's supposed to be in the right side up, unless it's saying that all the people thinking that the upside down was somehow like coming through, that really wasn't the problem. It was the right side up that was the problem. I don't know. But yeah, just
good theories though.
Yeah, good theories, you know. Just thinking. I refuse to go and like look and try to find like super deep breakdowns in this, because I don't want anybody to like really, really deeply spoil some of this stuff. So I just want to be kind of naive going into it. And I feel like that's the best way to go about doing it. But yeah, I think that is the last episode. I still remember the first time I heard the music.
Stranger Things.
Yes, Stranger Things. I still remember the first time I heard the music, and like it just gives me all the good goosebumps remembering the music and how I felt during that time and how I felt after watching the first few episodes and like completely just like binging them. Like there was no stopping. I don't think I've ever watched this show without like completely watching the season all in one day. And I think this is the only show that I've ever done that for.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know.
I'm sure same.
Yeah, I went through and watched. I know we watched 4. Did we watch 3 together? I don't think we watched 3 together. Maybe.
I had to play catch up on some because I hadn't watched the first few seasons.
And I watched it with you then.
Yeah. Because I hadn't watched them because I was kind of iffy about it. I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not. I didn't really know many other people are watching it, so I was a little late in the game. But man, once it started, I was hooked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So good.
Definitely one of the best shows on TV. So, yeah, there's one other thing. No, we already went through that. And we went through that. Okay, there's a quick sort of teaser from the set of the show, and we got like 5 minutes left, so we can just watch that real quick. Let me set that up. Real quickly. Yeah, it's entitled Stranger Things 5 from the set of season 5. So gotta set up a screen share. Boom. Add to scene. Boom. I'm getting a little bit quicker with all this stuff on the fly.
You're doing good. I'm proud of you.
But yeah, let's watch this and see if we got any more comments real quick.
Happy Stranger Things Day, my fellow strangers. This is Mrs. Strange, and on today's second episode for Stranger Universe, I will talk about more set photos for Stranger Things 5. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another.
Super AI. I hate people who do like AI, like full AI shows and stuff like this. Like, go in there and talk for real.
Yeah.
You don't want to just come on here and see like an AI version of me and Katie trying to host this show, do you?
Well,
I
and the
hope
voices they're always very robotic. You can always
Yeah.
tell when you're hearing something that's
Yeah,
AI.
it's not as fun. Believe me, we're not AI. At least
No.
not yet.
Another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. Following the long-awaited title teaser for Stranger Things Season 5 that finally revealed the episode title, we got another photo dump for the upcoming final season of Netflix's flagship television series. Right
Now look at them,
Oh, they look
man.
bigger.
They look so old.
Why do they still pretty much have the same haircuts?
They do.
Only 2 of them
And then-
changed it.
And I mean, like, I get that in real life, this is all supposed to be like over
Back to
the
back to
course of like maybe 2 years. When in real life, it's been over the course of like 7 years, I think. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, like it's been a long time. And to see these guys like grow up the way they have, and like look at Dustin, like he
I know.
looks completely like
He has a little curly
super
mullet.
old now. It is so funny seeing all of them now. But
I saw
yeah,
a picture of him riding in the car
yeah.
with the older teens,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
he was just looking like one of them.
Yeah.
He just hanging out with like
Yep.
Steve and everybody, and looked old.
Yep. Definitely not a kid anymore.
No.
off the bat, we have this awesome image of our 4 boys together once more at home.
Drinking the Shasta soda, which I had back in the day. They brought it back a little while ago too,
I've
like
never heard
maybe a
of Shasta.
decade ago. Yeah.
What's the flavor?
It's just like a different cola. Like it's nothing special.
Hawkins High, with Will Byers back in town, thus the first time we see all 4 of them in a school setting since Season 2 back in 2017. And Season 5 is doing everything in its power to hit us in the feels with nostalgia, seeing these wonderful young actors growing up on
They
Oh,
were
man.
babies.
The
Oh my gosh, I forgot
Ghostbusters.
how very little they were.
Like look at Will. Look how
Oh,
young he looks. Like yeah, that's
they're so cute.
that's crazy.
Mm.
That's crazy. Those guys, man, definitely grown up now.
screen. This picture must have been taken earlier this year, when they were filming at the now defunct and torn down high school used for Hawkins High. And the featurette from July also saw the boys sitting at this cafeteria table, listening to something on their radio. I wonder if they will visit Mr. Clark and bring him on board with everything that's going on.
Mr. Clark was cool. He was the one who helped them out with
That one
like
teacher, the science teacher. I believe.
Yep. He helped them out one time too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was cool.
Here, we have a picture of Lucas and Mike on their bikes, leaving from the WSQK radio station. Joyce's car can be seen in the back, implying that the scene must be after a meeting or reunion of characters before they head off into another mission. We have a closer look at the WSQK team that will head into the Upside Down to chase Vecna. Dustin and Steve will be joined
Nancy.
by Nancy and Jonathan, and at some point in Stranger Things 5, the 4 will have gone to the other side, as evidenced by this quick glimpse from the behind-the-scenes video. I cannot wait to see Steve and Jonathan become friends. Then, we have this image of the Duffer brothers standing in front of the high school, probably one of the last days there before they tore the property down. We also have this picture of Hopper and Joyce in bed. The 2 are officially a couple, after years of shipping them together since Season 1. Joyce may be taking care of Hopper
Yeah.
and keeping him hidden from the public, who still believes he died in the Battle of Starcourt Mall. Can't wait to see what storyline they will be dealing with in Season 5. And finally, we have this circle of cast chairs inside of what appears to be Hawkins' lab. What stands out here is that there are many more characters involved aside from Robin and Mike, who were spotted here a few months ago via set leaks. Vicky and Erica will be present, as well as Murray and Lucas. But the big surprise is that Max Mayfield will also be present at the laboratory. We have heard very few details regarding Max in Season 5.
Yeah, there's no way that Max is like dead. Like if she was dead, they would have just made her dead. But
Yeah.
they got her in a coma. So somehow, some way she's gonna get out of that coma.
But I know for a fact that the Duffer brothers won't put her in the benches considering the overwhelming praise that Sadie Sink received thanks to her performance in Season 4. Maybe at this point in the plot, she'll have woken up and started helping out her friends in the war against the Upside Down. In general, this year's Stranger Things Day has been quite eventful, much more than I anticipated since they were very quiet these last couple of days, though that may be attributed to the US elections. I am glad they kept the momentum going with unveiling news and updates every year on November 6th. Some have wondered if this year will be our last Stranger Things Day, but honestly, I feel like next year will actually be the last one as well as our biggest one yet. Considering that Season 5 is still being filmed, post-production will take even longer, and the setting is the fall of 1987. I am very confident that the final season will premiere next November. Volume 1 could very well release on November 6th itself, or maybe around Thanksgiving since there have been recent set leaks from Hawkins Elementary School, hinting at the Harvest Festival being the background holiday.
So yeah, even later than what I thought. I was thinking maybe summer. And earlier in the episode I said fall, but I didn't think like Thanksgiving fall. I thought like Halloween fall. But yeah, getting all the way to Thanksgiving.
Joseph says he hopes Max wakes up in season 5.
Yeah, she will. You can book it. If she doesn't wake up, you can unsubscribe to this channel. I'm just kidding.
For Stranger Things Season 5. In any case, I still think we'll have one more Stranger Things Day right before the arrival of the final season. We shall see. Overall, very intoxicating times, and that is all that we have for today. What are your thoughts on these newest set photos?
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and end it there, but yeah, that was pretty awesome. Just a little more of a glimpse into what is actually going on with the characters. Is not much. We don't have a ton to go on. I would guess that sometime either in January or February, maybe like around Super Bowl time, we're going to get a full-fledged first trailer for it. I think that would be that would be an awesome time, like sometime during the Super Bowl. You got all the eyes in the world watching one of the most popular shows in the world. I think Stranger Things was one of the first shows that like really put Netflix on the map as an original show. So yeah, it'd be cool to see them, pull out all the stops and come out with a great trailer. You better believe we'll be here to cover it no matter what. And as we play this music, which means it's time to like pretty much shut down the stream. Like for whatever reason, Brody is barking and he's trying to be a part of the show too. But
Sorry, he's just a little baby guy.
Yeah, definitely a little baby guy. But we just want to say thank you first and foremost for rocking with us and hanging out with us during this show. Big shout out to Joseph, the vlog guy, for rocking with us pretty much the entire time. Yeah, hanging out and commenting. We really appreciate you. Like, being a small channel, it's tough in the beginning because you don't really always have people who are going to support. You have to like win people over, and hopefully we at least won you over enough that you would want to come back when we start doing Stranger Things, or even if you want to come back before then, we really appreciate it and just hang out. So like I said, I will be on Sunday. I don't know if Katie's gonna come hang out with me or not, but I'll be on Sunday to cover The Penguin, yes, which is a super great show. It's the season finale of that. But yeah, I'll be on to cover that, and we'll be back at some point next week to do some more stuff too. I think we're going to do some Mr. Ballin videos. We haven't done any of those in a while, and those were pretty successful when we first did them before. So yeah, we'll be back. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you don't know who I am, I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
And that's Brody. And thank you so much for rocking with us. On your way out, hit that like button and the subscribe button if you have not done so already.
Please and thank you.
Have a great night, and I will see you on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Peace. Or 7. It's either 6:30 or 7. Somewhere in there.
I'll let you know.
Central Time. You'll see the thumbnail if you subscribe. Even more reason to hit that notification bell. All right. Peace, everybody.